Attention, all citizens. Attention, all citizens. Stand by for an important announcement from the President of the Society. This announcement will bring you the result of the deliberations of the World Federation Council. Attention, all citizens.
How much time do I have?
6 seconds, sir.
5.
My fellow citizens.
2. 1.
My fellow citizens. It is with a heavy heart that I bring you the findings of the Council. After deliberating in continuous session for the last 4 months in unceasing efforts to find a solution to the devastating problem of overpopulation threatening to destroy what remains of our planet, the World Federation Council has considered and rejected all halfway measures advanced by the various regional scientific congresses. We have also rejected proposals for selective euthanasia and mass sterilization. Knowing the sacrifices that our decision will entail, the World Council has nevertheless reached a unanimous decision. I quote, "Because it has been agreed by the nations of the world that the Earth can no longer sustain a continuously increasing population, as of today, the 1st of January, we join with all other nations of the world in the following edict. Childbearing is herewith forbidden. The conception of a child shall be the gravest of crimes, punishable by death. Women now pregnant will report to local hospitals for registration. I earnestly request your cooperation in this effort to assure the last hope for survival of the human race."
BE before edict. Electronic imprint is fine.
John Graham, 7734575.
John Graham, 7734575.
Handle it gently. You won't be seeing any more of these for 30 years.
Welcome to Babyland. This is the first day of the rest of your lives, and only the beginning of the happiness we know awaits you. When the ever-open doors welcome you to Babyland, we promise you fulfillment. You come to us as a man and a woman. You leave as a family, the proud parents of your own little boy or little girl. Today, your lives will change. A little stranger will transform them. They will be fuller and more rewarding than you ever imagined possible. A Babyland child is a happy child. Our children—
After all, we've had 8 years to improve on the original model. At the time of the edict, they were hardly more than toys. But since then, what enormous progress we've made. They're all designed to be either playful or cranky. Real tears. Body temperature, 98.6. Except when illness strikes. They're designed to go through the whole range of childhood diseases. Nothing serious, just enough to keep Mother constantly on her toes.
She's darling, but don't you have a younger one?
Sorry, we're out of infants. They just can't make them fast enough. And trade-ins have been sluggish. Some mothers can't stand to see their little ones grow up.
Oh, come on, lady, make up your mind. We've been waiting here all day.
Well, we'll take her.
Do you have a name for her? We need a name so we can program her.
Bonnie, after my mother.
Extra ration application to your local ration council. Also, make sure you visit your unit housing council to put your name on the waiting list for your new and more spacious living quarters. Just 2 of the many advantages that each Babyland child brings to you.
You can call her now.
Check your ticket to see that you are in the correct waiting line. Little boys are expecting you in the east wing. Little girls in the west. May I
Bonnie.
remind you there is no waiting list
Bonnie.
for children between the ages of 10 and 12. They can be selected and collected from shop 101
Bonnie.
on the ground floor, east wing. Please stay in line and on the right
Mommy?
of all stairs and corridors.
Mommy,
Bonnie.
Once again, we
Mommy.
here at Babyland extend
you're my mommy. And that's my daddy.
Oh,
My
Bonnie.
name is Bonnie, and I love my mommy.
remember,
I love you too, Bonnie.
Get me out of here.
Welcome.
Get me out of here.
This is the first day of the rest of your
Next
life,
couple, please.
and only the beginning
Next
of the
couple,
happiness we know awaits you. When the ever-open doors welcome you to Babyland, we promise you fulfillment. You come to us as a man and a woman. You leave as a family. The proud
Oceanic Research is pleased to announce that increasingly large areas of the world seas
Carol!
once again support planet.
Carol!
This is a major breakthrough for the Society's unceasing efforts to be
Carol, I'm
clean
sorry.
as a potential source of
I'm
food.
sorry too.
If these
It's all
efforts
right.
succeed, in years to come, our
Let's not go
caloric
home just
allotment
yet.
will be increased to as much as 2,500 calories per day per citizen. And now, it is curfew time for all citizens in the 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. rotation. Please proceed to your assigned cubicles.
Big Mouth's happy message for today.
Please report to their work
Bastard.
and vacate their cubicles quickly.
I wonder what the hamburger Monte Cristo would taste like.
Same as the spaghetti bolognese.
Maybe we should have the beef stroganoff, a la old Vienna.
Transgressors reported in Sector 15. Transgressors reported in
No,
Sector
please, you've got to
15.
believe me. He's a baby. He's just small for his age. He's lying.
They all say that.
He's all right.
It's always the same story.
He's
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 lying.
for his age.
Stand there.
He is eight. He doesn't look eight. He is eight. He's just small for his age. He's lying. Oh, please don't hurt him.
Stand back.
No, please, please. It's a fake.
You can't fake this, lady.
You see, I told you. He's eight. He's just small for his age. Come on, son.
Report to the mass participation section of your center. For the survival of the fittest, man must be fit to survive. And for the amusement of your young ones, cartoons will be shown at 5 p.m. For those junior citizens on the 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. rotation, these cartoons can be seen before they tune in to their video study councils. For the more athletic among you, the Minister for Sport and the Council for Citizens' Entertainment wishes to...
You may remove your atmospheric shield, as the museum has made every effort for your comfort.
Only a few ahead of us, Mommy.
We're getting there.
How long did you have to wait?
4 years. 4 years for just 1 hour.
The Society's concern for your entertainment and education. Welcome to State Museum number 42.
Hey, there's a line here, mister.
Stay in line, stay in line,
Comprehensive
please.
collection of
Allow the museum
trees,
personnel to
flowers,
pass through.
Domestic and non-domestic animals, the vegetable garden, the pond,
Next
and the
couple.
20th century life exhibition. Although we know you will find all of the exhibits fascinating, may we request that you make your viewing selection at the central desk and keep moving. Others are waiting in line to share your happy experience. The flora and fauna on show here are either the result of a ceaseless search on your behalf or have been artificially cultivated on the premises by members of our laboratory staff. Almost all of the species have been extinct since the end of the 20th century. Many of the fascinating replicas of marine and animal life may appear frightening to children, but we assure each parent there is no cause for alarm. In fact, many of these animals, although totally unproductive, were kept as domestic pets and bought as playmates for 20th century children. These animals contributed nothing, were not a source of food. Our museum houses the largest collection of flowers on this continent. These aesthetic objects have been hydroponically cultivated, and hence it has been impossible to recreate their former aromatic properties. These flowers, pleasing to the eye as they are, used
Get
to
out
be
of
grown
there.
on land which
Come
had
on,
been
get
better
out of there.
utilized for food cultivation. Whole tracts of land no longer.
I'm now going to take this gasoline pump
A major contributory factor
pour
was the internal
gasoline
combustion
into this car,
engine. Massive and indiscriminate
which is also
intake
from the
of
1970s.
food, much of it eaten for
And that's
taste
all there was to
sensation
it.
alone, was a principal source of health hazard. Sweet substances caused grave disorders of the teeth, and remedial surgery had to be conducted with primitive instruments. These surgeons were called dentists. However, the true cause of our present atmospheric condition was the unrealistic and inept policies of the leaders of industry. The crimes committed by them were further perpetrated by the political and religious leaders who irresponsibly allowed the equally devastating crime of overpopulation. During the last
Time. The time is 13:55. Will all museum officials report to their designated posts?
Nothing was done, and humanity suffered the Great Famine and the Small Blanket Age. Outside and to the rear of the museum, you may visit our 20th Century Life exhibition. This is comprised of a street of 7 houses, any one of which is a perfect replica of the domicile of the 20th century family. Each home is fully equipped with all the household gadgets which have been obsolete for decades.
Who's with who tonight? Well, if you want to go with Carol, I think she's coming down with a cold. She must have got it from me. I cured mine with a big dose of aspirin.
There ought to be a law against free-breeding germs.
I think I'd better sleep alone tonight. Why did you lie to George?
Did you play along?
I don't know. Why lie?
Well, I didn't know Edna's behaving like a bitch for the last couple of days. Besides, you might be coming down with something.
Who says?
I say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Cheers.
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 Well, that's our 1971 exhibition for today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves and saw some interesting things. Now, Russ and George will take you to the Pond Pavilion, where you'll see some bodies of water that were known as lakes and ponds. Some contained edible fish now extinct. As you know, during the spatial crisis, these bodies of water were filled in to make room for housing.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. McNeil.
Good evening. Is Dr. Mallory in?
Yes, doctor's in his office.
May I speak to him, please?
Just a moment.
Yes, nurse?
Mrs. McNeil, doctor.
Turn her on. Hello, Carol.
Good evening, Doctor.
I'm listening. I'm listening, Carol.
Doctor, I went to the baby shop today, and I just couldn't go through with it.
Go on.
Well, also, I find it very difficult to make love.
Have you used the audio-visual erotica?
Yes, but it just doesn't seem to stimulate me.
That's unusual, Carol. Most women find it helpful.
I know. Doctor, I just can't bring myself to believe all this. I just don't understand myself. I know I'm very lucky, really. I have a much freer life and unusual space and oxygen privileges and better rations and even a vegetable garden, but...
Lots of women would like to be in your place, Carol.
I know. I know. Doctor,
Go on, Carol. Go on, Carol. Go on, Carol.
Doctor, I want to have a baby.
That's impossible, Carol.
I know, but I want my own baby.
You know that's impossible, Carol. No one is allowed to have a baby for the next 22 years.
I know, but I want one.
That is not reality, Carol. Your life is reality. You must learn to understand and accept it. It is as it is, and it will be until the day you die. That is the only reality. The only reality, Carol.
The only reality.
Welcome to Twilight City, Northeast Division, Sunset Sector. The Society wishes to express its sincere and extreme pleasure at your visit. To those citizens here for the first time, a very special welcome. We know you will find the tranquility of Twilight City very gratifying, and the smiling faces of our senior citizens richly rewarding. Should be gratefully acknowledged, and here at Twilight City, we provide
Doctor? It's Carol.
How is he? He's been very depressed.
It's Carol, Doctor. Doctor, it's Carol. Carol.
He recognizes you. How After all, you were one of his babies. He brought you into the world.
We conquered cancer. And then heart disease. And all the rest of it. And for what? If this is living, I'm alive. And you'll never have a baby. We didn't know. We just didn't know.
The Society wishes to remind you that there are only 21 days to Christmas. From the dawn of recorded time, there have been festivities coinciding with the winter solstice. Assyrian, Babylonian, and Egyptian civilizations, all worshipping the sun in different manifestations, celebrated with priestly sacrifice and
Baby! Baby! Baby!
You got another one.
Baby!
Come quick. Go. They found another one.
Public Execution Square. 7-1. Keep clear of the extermination chamber. Keep clear of the extermination chamber. Do not interfere with your sector security officers. Do not interfere with your sector security officers. Stand back. Stand back.
Attention. Attention. Citizens Thomas and Alice Johnson, according to the Zero Birth Edict, you have been found guilty of the most devastating crime against humanity. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I'm the one! I saw it first! I'm the one!
Before you die.
Here's your bonus. Extra rations. Well done.
Against the society.
Guilty. Guilty. You are hereby sentenced to death. Sentenced to death. Death. Death.
I want a baby, Doctor. I want my own
That's
baby.
impossible, Carol. You know that's impossible. It's not reality. This is the only reality.
The only reality.